Welcome everyone to our 25th day of self-leadership journey. I hope you are doing well and having a great Wednesday, middle of the week. How to communicate better. How to communicate healthy. How to have an interesting conversation. How to communicate in a constructive manner. Do you have these kind of questions? This episode, then it's definitely for you. Maturity in the communication. Today, on 25th of June, we are celebrating a few interesting things. One of them is the Global Beatles Day. So, hello to all fans of Beatles. I'm not a fan. I think there are maybe one or two songs that I really like. But I'm sorry, forgive me. I am not a Beatles fan, but definitely I am aware of their impact on the music culture. National Catfish Day. Catfish. Okay, the bell is ringing. Don't know which church. Color TV Day. Can you imagine? It is how many years we do have already color TV? And at the very beginning, do you remember the big box TV that only with two buttons on and off? In Poland, we had only first and second channel, and if the wind was strong, the antenna on the roof of the building, unfortunately affected the quality what we have seen. Sometimes a good kick from the elbow had to be done as well. The times, yes. And the National Strawberry Day. I am definitely strawberry lover. I hope you too. Write it down in the comments. Are you the Beatles fan, and which song you are recommending to all of us to listen, must know, and especially today? Write down in the comment and grab your book, grab your pen. Let's dive in. How to communicate in a healthy manner. First of all, you do not argue the person. You argue the argument. You argue the situation. That's the first thing. This is your number one intention. When we speak about healthy communication, it's when you are detached from your emotional triggers. Emotional triggers, your feeling for the authority, being seen, being or feeling important, that you are the only one in the room who has the right knowledge. Quite often in the personal life we do have, especially when we are teaching our kids what's right and what's wrong. Don't talk to me this way, you need to do this that way. Do we think that the young people will listen to us? Do you think your employee will be motivated if you will tell them, you are wrong, this is how you do it? No, absolutely not. Healthy communication is where we are giving the space to those who are around us. Second element, which is important, remember about your way of communication doesn't necessarily mean the other person have the same way of understanding what you say. This is called freedom of interpretation. If you are communicating, ask leading questions. Especially, these are very helpful when you feel a bit emotions, fires is coming up. They will cool you down. You are triggered, but you want to keep healthy communication. This sounds very interesting. Can you elaborate on that more so I can understand your point of view better? Oh, your child is coming and telling you, I will drop the school. This is very interesting point of view. Can we sit together, have a piece of cake and good tea with 2 spoons of sugar, and you can elaborate more on that? Based on what criteria you are deciding to drop your school? What is your action plan for tomorrow, my dear child? Giving the space to other person to be authentic, be free, have the psychological safety. Show yourself as a role model for leading the healthy conversation, and then eventually, when there is a time to share an advice, don't start, this is how you should do. It's interesting Let's do the research, how it works in practice. Engage. This is where also the motivation is happening to eventually lead to the healthy outcome of the conversation. Interesting conversation. Let's take the date with your beloved one. You are going for the date. Instead to talk about kids, how many socks you need to get, or we need to 1 kilo fresh meat for the weekend because we will have guests. Can you go for a date prepared in this way? Read 2 or 3 articles before, read them, different aspects, areas that are not your general interest. It can be something from medical area, neuroscience, or even different country. Some interesting fact. Do kind of research, get engaged, prepare yourself for the date. Then prepare yourself in terms of outfit, and instead of talking about work, instead of talking how your boss or your colleague irritated you, bring the subject for the conversation of one of your articles that you have read. Bring some dynamic. Again the light, I'm so sorry for that. Can you see me? Can you see me? Anyway, you should hear me. That's the key element. Not look at me. Hear me. Dynamic, something new. This is added value. And eventually, interesting conversation. If someone will tell you, well, this is not an area that I am the specialist about, you either. But you bring that conversation to share as an adult, or even if you are the student, if you are the teenager, bring interesting conversation to the table and moderate that. Sometimes very good outcomes really can come, and you never know where it will lead. But fortunately, the one thing is for sure, it will create very nice bonding and refreshing mind. Communication type 3, constructive communication. This is very common scenario, performance evaluation. Or, again, somewhere we can touch element of healthy communication. But let's stick to the performance. You are having the employee where you need to share some negative thing. For the negative part, there is a huge responsibility of yours. So if you are planning to smash your employees because they did wrong, remind yourself, where have you been when these wrongdoings were happening? Okay? Definitely start with the positive part. You have nothing? I heard that too. That's your responsibility, not your employee. And on top of that, you need to activate your creativity. If you did not create the space where you can say something positive about your employee, it's your responsibility. And now you need to pick it up. Be creative and say some positive comment about their existence in the office, contribution to the team. You know the model sandwich? It's quite an old model. Positive, negative, positive. I don't do that because it makes me more tactical, mechanical. What I like to do it, I like to open the meeting with, I am happy to see you. I was looking forward to our meeting. And how are you doing today? Constructive communication, in that case, please prepare yourself not to sit with the table in between. If you are the leader, take, and you don't have opportunity in your office, go into some space, conference room, and sit next to each other. But you don't have anything in between, because no element between you creates the psychological safety, which is very important. For you, it will be challenging for the employee to feel open and safe. Okay, so that's the ergonomic, physical condition to create constructive communication. And then you sit, you relax, hey, I really like your work, what you have done in that last meeting or with that nice project. It was really great, Carl. Thank you very much for it. The way how you are preparing the next stage is you give away the space to the employee, because there are objectives, you are having already there the reports, you are prepared with your mindset because employee has shared their own perspectives, how they see their own performance, and you let them talk. If you never do that, you will experience at the very beginning they will not be too much expressive. They will have difficulties to share their experience because they will be surprised by. But with the time, when you will continue apply this practice, you will see that they are more and more open, also by learning, to speak about themselves. And then you are having, okay, how are you reading that objective, that objective, that objective? Excellent. Fine. Why? Because of that. Okay. You mark that here. You do not say no to it at that moment. You wait until finish, and then you come in. I understand the way how you are perceiving yourself in this 1, 2, 3. However, I need to challenge you a bit around this, this, and this, and this. Therefore, I can't agree that it is excellent performance, because for me, you could do that because the way how you did it, it caused the delay, it caused damage, it caused negative impact on your colleague work. Do you agree with me? Yes, I do. That's it. My offer is, it's good. Okay, I got you. So it's not shooting, you did bad, but also you are showing what kind of impact someone's behavior, attitude, lack of motivation, lack of engagement, absence had on other people. Even the fact you can challenge that person is taking a lot of sick leaves, is quite often absent. This is how you deliver the message. And it can be also the content for your performance evaluation. But not in a way, I'm not happy that you are often not at work. You show how it has an impact on your work and members. And you highlight it's unfair towards them. Shall we consider part-time job? It shows the mutual respect. This is all for today. 3 types of conversations. Healthy conversation, conversation with intention. It's not about you to show off, it's about you to create safe space. Interesting communication, prepare your agenda, and constructive conversation. Be a role model to share the feedback that will let people to grow. Thank you very much for today. Don't forget, subscribe if you are new here. Click the bell so you are not missing the new video. And don't forget to sign for the 2 days masterclass as a grand finale for our 30 days journey self-leadership in June. Thank you very much, and share in comments. How are you doing, and what is your key takeaway from today's session? See you tomorrow.